So let's go over now to Sheet A, and it's a team wild card, and that is the number 2 ranked Kevin Koe as he plays Newfoundland and Labrador, and Greg Smith of the Ballyhaley, and it is Smith with the hammer.
And an opportunity for 2. He made a wonderful shot on his first, burying 2 in the 4-foot. Kevin Koe made an upweight double attempt, but he jammed one of the stones at the back. So it is Newfoundland Labrador already lying 1. This is a draw to the 8-foot for 2.
Good end, guys. Good. Keep it
Greg Smith with Greg Blythe at 3rd, and that's a nice start against the 4-time champion for Greg Smith. And of course the McDonahs are at lead, the 2 brothers, Alex and Evan, now 22 and 20, but back on March the 6th in the Brier in Halifax, they got to meet the man they're playing today, John Morris and Kevin Martin.
How amazing is that?
Now it's back to Kevin Koe, one of the wildcard teams out of the Glencoe Club here in Calgary.
Well, he has an opportunity for 2 here in this end. Greg Smith tried a hit and roll on his final stone, and it rolled, but it rolled the wrong way, and so a ready line shot needs full 8-foot, bite of the 4 for 2.
Ben Hebert on the brush. BJ Neufeld brushing as well, as John Morris comes in now to play second, throw second stones, but he is holding the brush for Koe, and there's your deuce to tie.
Gotta go! Talk to me, line's good. Top 8!
In a 2-2 tie, this is a wild card number 2, Kevin Koe against Newfoundland and Labrador's Greg Smith.
Well, Greg and his team have been in trouble this entire end. He had to make a double just to scatter some stones on his first one. Kevin Koe hit back to lie 3. This is the force. Needs a bite of the 4-foot for the single.
Newfoundland and Labrador, one of those provinces that did have a play down, and he was a winner over Colin Thomas in a double extra end. Thomas had a chance to win it in the extra, needed to hit the paint, went millimeters by and through, and then in the double extra, he couldn't make his final shot, and he picked up the win.
Just 1.
And 1 it is, it appears. So 1 it is for Koe as he's heavy Smith.
Top 12, top 8.
Might have a chance here, Brady. I can see that. Koe's got him in some trouble. Is there enough room there for Newfoundland and Labrador to get in?
Well, he can, but the bigger story this end, Vic, is Kevin Koe vintage. He made a wonderful, perfect freeze on his first one, and then came off his own with a high, hard one to remove the shot stone on the lid that actually belonged to Newfoundland and Labrador. And that is why Greg finds himself facing 4. Needs to almost touch the stone at the top of the button, back just a little bit, but can't roll off.
Get off!
Greg Smith, 24-year-old, second Brier, last year's, or in 18 in Regina,
You gotta hope it's
Roy Hartstone winner as the sportsmanship. Oh, he'll miss it, but he'll sit there, and that's
my heart rate.
when you consider how difficult it was. It's a good shot to give up just the single. Wildcard number 2, Kevin Koe against Newfoundland and Labrador and Greg Smith.
Greg Smith made a soft touch shot to be shot, and Kevin Koe was trying to go around, but he went deep. But they've spent a lot of time looking at both to figure out who shot. So it appears that Greg is trying to come around and just come down to the Koe stone, tap it back that little bit that he needs to make sure that it's for 2.
We mentioned this is his second appearance.
Whoa, no, get off. No.
Look at this.
Relax.
And there it is. Quiet, just touches it enough, and that will be for 2.
Relax is the non-thrower.
I love that. Easy.
That ties it. You bet. You know, here he said, he said that I want to simplify things this year. I've been here before. I know what to expect.
No, get off. No.
Maybe not. I just love his animation. He is loving every second out here. He's a joy to watch.
Passion.
And they're tied at 4 midway through. A little raise of the brush from Kevin Koe, wild card number 2, as they pick up a second win. But boy, they were tested by young Greg Smith out of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Great double, buddy.
7-6 the final. All these games from the B pool. So as we check